So I started to lose my hair when I was about 30 years old. And it came at a shock because before that I used to have really thick hair. And one day I believe it was when I was 30, I brushed my hair and I noticed a lot more hair coming off on the brush. I was a little shocked. I was a little scared that I just didn't want to be bald. So I tried a lot of shampoos. I tried Rogaine, and I did try a lot of stuff that promised for my hair to grow back, and none of them worked. The other thing that, of course, I knew that was happening was people were getting hair transplants, and even back then, to me, it just didn't look good. And I've seen so many bad jobs with them, so it just didn't work out with me. So I went on the internet and I saw scalp micropigmentation, and it was something I never heard before. So I started to do my research, and I started to do my research with the top companies, and I started to look for the reviews with these companies, and I came across Skalp. Once I did that, I delved deeper into it, finding who were the artists in my area and who were the best in my area, and that's how I found Skalp. So once I made contact with Skalp, we were able to talk on the phone, and they were so generous with their time, talking and answering all my questions. I was very excited to get everything started. I had full confidence in Skalp with how they gave me all the information and let me make my choice from that point on. And then I actually got to meet someone who had the procedure. And after that, there was no question in my mind about what I wanted to do, what I needed to do. So my artist was Andreas, and with Andreas, we got to see what would look natural on my head, on my face. And that was very important because what I saw in other people could have been different for me. But we took our time, we tried different things before we actually started the procedure to see how it would look. And we were able to really map out a real natural look for my head, for my scalp. So after my treatment, I felt like a young kid again. I felt like I had all my hair back. I felt I had confidence again. I felt that I looked real good. The feedback that I got, I told two of my best friends, and they were just amazed. And at that point, they just kept staring because they kept saying, it looks so good, it looks so natural. The other thing that amazed me is that a lot of people would look at me and they didn't know what changed, but they thought I looked good. And that was remarkable, because you don't want something to just stand out. I realized it really should look natural. So I do recommend Skalp, and it's because I am so happy with what they gave me. They were so patient. I got to talk to them. I got to see what could happen with my own head, and the whole process was enjoyable. It was great. So with scalp micropigmentation, I was able to see a more youthful me. I was able to have more confidence. I was able to just feel more at ease with myself. And it was very important, because losing your hair, it can be traumatic. And it's something that you don't want to talk about with other people. Something that you don't share with other people, but it happens, it gradually happens. You feel about yourself. Everybody wants to feel good about themselves, and everybody gets older. But for some reason, when you start losing your hair, especially when you're younger too, or at any age, it doesn't feel that great. You just don't look at the mirror and you're just not as happy with your look. So yes, scalp micropigmentation is something I would recommend to anybody or everybody.